Shalom. What's going on, everybody? On my way back from dropping my children off. It's always a sad occasion when you dads, y'all know what I'm talking about. Well, anyway, it's come to my attention. I was looking at a young lady. She was going in about how we as men don't protect our women because we already have an influx of people being missing, mostly young black ladies, young girls been missing. Which brings me back to another point of how we treat and do. It comes a time when we have to acknowledge our wrongs. And certainly I've had a few of those in my life, and I'm praying that I don't have as many as detrimental as the ones I've had in the past. Well, anyway, in the book of Genesis, in the Torah, it says, and God said, let us make man in our image. And there he made him male and female, he made them. Now, a lot of us, we pretty much get that in our image all jacked up because we're talking about a physical form. But we're looking at God as a spirit. And those that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. In the Wisdom of Solomon, it describes the Ruach, or the wisdom of spirit, spiritually is female. I know y'all not used to that because Elohim is male and female in spirit. Otherwise, how would you explain a comforter? How would you explain the spirit of wisdom? We can look at it all through Proverbs and Psalms also, that it described the wisdom, the spirit as she. Now we can now the reason I say that is because we got some Hebrew men that got that all jacked up. You're trying to bring that you got the mentality of Christianity, that part where a man is the head, which is true. The woman is to submit herself to her own husband. But we read that part just above it where we say we submit yourselves to one another. In other words, you ain't nothing without a woman. You're not complete without a woman. Even Elohim himself said it is not good that man should be alone. And we try to bring a lot of that doctrine of women can't teach, women can't do, operate in functions. What is your functionality? Her being understanding who her covering is, which is the husband, under his authority, can do whatever God, Yahuwah, Elohim, ordained her to do. I see a lot of things of disrespect, telling folk to tell their wives to be quiet. And we already know that come from, we know where they come from. We can't bring that over here. can't bring that over here, because when he presented woman back to man in chapter 2, he said, oh, this is bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh, or vice versa. I don't know how it go, but it's in there. And he made them one. It comes to the time in every man's life when he must leave his mother and his father and cleave to his wife. And, submission. Let's look at that word. In Hebrew, it means I am projecting you towards your destiny. I'm going to help you get there. That's what it is. It's not what they call it, suburban, or you're subject to all types of things. Now we understand who's the head. Yeshua HaMashiach is the head. The man, then the woman. Then we already understand that. But without them being together, it does not emulate the image of God. Because when he put him to sleep, he took the woman part of him. Heard what I say? Y'all need to do a little bit more study in Genesis. And drew it from him. One of the best surgeons I ever heard about. And he presents her to him. And he recognized his bone and his flesh. Y'all gonna get this in a minute. Without her, he is incomplete, because even Elohim says it is not good. I don't get that. Don't be bringing that old Christian doctrine and all that old type of mess. There's a lot of mess. It's a lot of mess. I mean, it's almost like, if we don't know, because I know a lot of females that can teach the horns off a billy goat and so anointed, and you'll hear the question what God can do. He questioning, he's speaking through a donkey. Tell Balaam, hey, little fella, I ain't going up in there. Why are you beating on me? I don't know, that right there kind of freaked me out more than a woman, talking and doing what she's supposed to do. But anyway, us men, we won't take our place, and women don't know their place. I understand what you're saying, but you really know what their place is. Because who am I to say who? Yahuwah, you ain't nothing without that, man. You ain't nothing without them. You ain't nothing. Because, every once in a while, one of them, she'll say something, and you'll dismiss it right off the bat, and then you'll regret that you dismissed it later on. I'm letting you know. Listen to the wisdom, the spirit of wisdom every once in a while, because we know as alpha males we do not have that spirit, and we do not need to be governing our house, and whatever we do with our iron hand, we must govern and rule our house and whatever with wisely. The daughters of Zion have put up with us. And and don't get me wrong, there's a lot of things wrong with the other side, but I'm here talking to the men. Real men, you ain't got to do all that. All you got to do is just demonstrate through the power of the Ruach HaKodesh just walk in the way. Just walk. Walk and talk in the way. Lead by example. Y'all excuse me, I'm kind of tired. And I got on this thing so I can stay woke anyway. Because it's a long ride back, like 300 something miles back and forth. About 300 something miles. Well, anyway, I'm looking at it in a way where some of y'all just need to take a chill pill. Because I saw one dude fronting another guy about his wife on YouTube, and I just thought that was very disrespectful and very taggart. Matter of fact, it was kind of like gangster type mess going on now. And the people that he was attacking, they were. I listened to his wife a lot. She she has an anointing on her hey, you gotta test the spirit by the spirit. I'm telling you something. Never overlook nobody, because you'll never know who He's gonna use. You never know who y'all gonna use to bless your life and plant a seed in your spirit. You know, you never know. You never know. Every once in a while, your children will tell you something. And just because you the man, don't mean your eyes are always open. So you gotta be aware of your surroundings spiritually. You're always looking for a word from Yah. And if I overlook, now I can tell when women ain't anointed, because let me tell you something that I ran into when I was in the Christian faith. Most of them, they always try to justify their calling. When you try to justify your calling, don't worry about it. You know, we know you ain't got to explain nothing. When the Most High equip you with what you need, you ain't got to explain nothing to nobody. Because there's a whole lot of men out here. I question, you know, I'll be like, he putting on a show, he got a routine. And we know what we talking about. You know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. And you know, it's just funny how we turn around and treat the daughters of Zion the way we do, because we don't even use this time in this awakening for healing. And that's what I find, that's what I'm discovering, is that a lot of us need healing before we even attempt to do this the way we are called to do it, because you have to spend a little time in the wilderness. And also, I'm discovering that we need time for healing. You know, because some of you brothers out there on them streets, y'all got that spirit, and I don't see no compassion. I don't see compelling. I don't see it, because you have not. You know, you got scriptures, you got all that down packed, but that pride, Doc, that pride, you ain't healed. You ain't healed. You've been hurt by the church. You've been hurt by mama. You've been hurt by your high school track coach or whatever. You ever took time to heal? You know, and I think that's one of the things that we have got to be aware of. Because when I take inventory, I know some physical flaws and I know some spiritual, because what operates in the spiritual affects the physical realm, and we need to understand that. I mean, it's real. It's, you know, I'm trying to learn a little Hebrew language and writing and all that. And somebody was asking me the other day, "Hey man, how you jumped over there?" I said, "I ain't jumped nowhere. I just accepted my heritage. Point blank. I just accepted my heritage." You know, I think one of the things about Christianity is you ask somebody for one thing. You get the relationship, then once you get what you want, you slack up off of it. What I mean by that, you want salvation, and once you get it, you stop reading. And one of the things that I run into when people ask me what am I doing, I think one of the main contentions is that the laws are done away with. Doctrine is blocking it, because you know, you try to use Galatians and all that old type of stuff to try to, it's not about race, it's about the bloodline, okay? And then when I try to tell you or advise you, after you ask me about this so-called conversion, I don't think it's a conversion. I believe it's just another level of understanding that I have accepted. I have accepted my heritage. That's all I've done. And I've walked away from, I ain't doing too good on some of it, but I'm aware of what I'm doing. But I need help from the Most High in keeping me aware of what is, when I'm doing or participating in pagan activities. Not too long ago, my wife gonna holler, we having family over for Thanksgiving. I call it Thanksgiving. And I said, what you talking about? She started talking about something. Well, we're not gonna call it Thanksgiving. We're gonna call it Harvest Day. Like you trying to pull one over me. We're gonna talk. Well, anyway, I couldn't turn down that food, y'all. Y'all pray for me. That's why I couldn't. Visit the kin folks. Saw some people I hadn't seen in a while. I don't think we need to be getting too doggone hard on things. I just take that time as an opportunity. When asked, I'm not pressuring nobody. When asked about what's going on with me, and especially when they start asking me about me and my spiritual walk. Not to be defensive when I start bringing out them scriptures. I'm bad about that. I'll bring them scriptures out on you. I'm almost like one of them, guys on the street. It's kind of fun though. Well, anyway, bringing that fire with scripture, it is kind of fun though. Ain't no lie. It's a fleshly part of me, kind of like enjoy that, but I know that I'm in the wrong. I know I'm in the wrong mode when I'm doing that. But maybe I need to learn how to just be myself and explain. Maybe I need to do like that guy did when they were questioning him about the blind man. The blind man, he said, all I know is that I was blind, now I can see. Do you want to be one of his disciples? That's what I might need to do right there. Do you want to be a disciple? There's just a few thoughts about it, because what's going on. I'm just trying to stay woke. But man, I know you ain't nothing without your wife. You ain't nothing without your help me. You ain't nothing. I mean, you're going to need that help that walks with you right down on this earth. Because sometimes the Most High will give them something that you need, and He'll speak through them. And sometimes, you just have to, you just got to keep your spiritual antennas alive at all times. I am not the one ruling this. It's Yahshua. You got to go through Him to get to Elohim. So Elohim, this is His thing. This is not ours. Let's trying to dictate who can speak and who can't speak and all that old type of stuff, man. You bringing that old Baptist stuff. If you knew what Hebrew really was, man, them queens and stuff back in the day, they wasn't playing. We had judges that were female. Come on now. Stop bringing that mess over here. For suffer, you want to go to 2 Timothy chapter 2. Suffer a woman not to teach. Yeah, in that setting. But when you look at it, suffer a woman not to teach, and you reading it wrong. Because she's not to have a usurp over a man. No, she's not over a man. She's operating her functionality. The man is her covering. Y'all going up and telling her she need to cover her head. Man, come on, man, read it right. Her husband is her covering. Hello, somebody. Well, anyway, I'm finna sign off. I'm close to where I'm getting. Need to hook this back up again later on. I'll check you later. Shalom.